Okay, before I start, I just want to introduce our prosecution team. This is Mark Bartolotta and Nick Burling. They're from the Jug County Prosecutor's Office. Karen Kowal from the Lake County Prosecutor's Office. And Karen Sweet, who is our investigator here at the Jug County Prosecutor's Office. I know the last time I talked to you, we said that we would answer some specific questions about motives and that after sentencing. We'll answer some questions today, but we're not prepared to go into a lot of the details. After talking to the victims' families, we're going to sit down and answer some of their questions first before we release some information to the media, because they've had a number of questions throughout this and they've been very patient when we haven't released all the information to them. So we're going to do that first with the victims in the very near future, and then we will make arrangements with the media to answer further, more specific questions. With today's sentence of 3 life sentences without the possibility of parole consecutively, we've achieved the best result for the families and our community. We hope that this will help bring some closure to everyone here in our community. Unfortunately, nothing that happened today, nothing what the judge could do can change the fact that 3 kids lost their lives, 1 was paralyzed, and 2 more were injured. And long after all of these news trucks have left, our community is still going to be dealing with a great loss. So I would ask everyone to pray for our community and pray for these families. And at this point, we'll answer some questions.
What can you say about gestures in
the shirt? We were not expecting that. I'm totally disgusted by that. But it has been our position all along that he knew what he was doing. He planned this out. And what he did today is consistent with what we thought of him all along.
What can you say about the motive, what you can't say about it?
We have a theory on the motive. There is no hard facts on that, but we're going to discuss that with the victims' families before we release that information to the media.
Can you talk about the new evidence that seemed to precipitate both the plea and a conversation by the judge in there?
Prior to committing the act, the defendant left a cell phone at home and deleted all of the information off of it. That cell phone, along with his sister's cell phone, were recovered and put into evidence. That was sent to a crime lab here in Ohio, and they could not recover any data off of that. Fortunately, because of some good work by Mark and Karen, in a case that they had up in Lake County, they used a resource in the FBI, and the FBI down in Quantico was able to recover information off the phones, and very late in this process we did find out that TJ had sent a text to his sister Sadie talking about a school shooting about 6 days prior to the incident.
So her claim that the family knew nothing of this, had no inkling, is not true?
No, I don't. The way the text message was phrased to his sister, I'm not sure that she would have taken it as anything. I think only when you look at it in retrospect, it doesn't really have the impact that it does now. But I think at the time I would not have expected her to really appreciate that text. Okay, thank you very much.
Right.